Hello, everyone. I am Ryan Clifton Bowling. Thank you for joining me. I believe that there are certain things that should not be promoted and pushed among our young people. Now, of course, I've talked about this quite often about the transgender agenda and the gay agenda that's being pushed on our young people. I'm totally against that. But I'm also against certain musicians, or rather, maybe I shouldn't say I'm against certain musicians. I am against or disagree rather with what they sing about. Now, regardless of whether they sing it for monetary reasons or whatever the case may be, I am in opposition to the lyrical prose that they put out among millions of young people that listen to their music and imitate their lifestyle, because many of our young people do imitate the lifestyle of these rappers, and particularly in the black community. Okay, it's all communities, but in particular with the black community. Now, case in point, there was a rapper in Atlanta by the name of Young Thug. I don't know nothing about this man. I never listened to any of that. I'm not gonna get. I'm gonna get into the details of rap music at the end of the article that we about to read. But I don't know anything about this guy. You guys, if you know whatever you know about him, you can put it in the comment section below and let me know about him. But apparently, I think he's a modern day rapper. I don't know if he's a gangster rapper or whatever. He looks like a gangster rapper to me. He certainly isn't rapping on a level. He certainly isn't rapping about the stuff that Will Smith rapped about. Okay. I'm pretty sure of that. But I don't know anything about this guy. But I do know is that he has been arrested in Atlanta, Georgia on some RICO charges. And so we're going to get into that right now. We're going to get into that article right now. And then we're going to dissect this. Rapper Young Thug was one of 28 people indicted Monday in Georgia on conspiracy to violate the state's RICO Act and street gang charges, according to jail records. The Atlanta rapper, whose name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, was arrested at his home in Buckhead, an Atlanta neighborhood just north of downtown. He is being held at the Fulton County Jail. The conspiracy charges date back to 2013 and the gang charges to 2018, the jail record says. To me, that's pretty disturbing. You know, Young Thug is allegedly one of 3 founders of the Young Slime Life. Now, this is spelled S-L-I-M-E, which is pronounced slime. But I don't know if they call it that, because when I saw it, what came to my mind was Slim, Young Slim Life. But the word is pronounced slime. So why would you call this street gang Young Slime Life? I don't know. But then again, it makes sense because that's what you are. I'm gonna get into that a little later. I'm gonna get into that. That's what they're reflecting. They're reflecting being slime. But let's read further into this. Let me read it again. Young Thug is allegedly one of 3 founders of the Young Slime Life, a criminal street gang that started in late 2012 in Atlanta, the indictment says. YSL is affiliated with the National Bloods gang, officials said. This is official said this. Charges include preserving, protecting, and enhancing the reputation, power, and territory of the enterprise through acts of racketeering, activity including murder, assault, and threats of violence. Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, told local media that, quote, Mr. Williams committed no crime whatsoever, and that he would, quote, fight to his last drop of blood to clear him, end quote. I'm pretty sure you will, because all that money you get. So there's a picture of this guy, Young Thug, December 6th, 2018 in Miami Beach, Florida. And there's an image of him sitting, and you can find this article in the description box below, an image of him sitting in his seat. And boy, I tell you, these images, I'm gonna get into that in detail. I'm gonna get that in detail about these rappers, these modern rappers. I'm gonna give my opinion on that. He will make his first court appearance on Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. Also indicted on Monday were Atlanta rapper Gunna, Gunna, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, whose real name is Sergio Kitchens, and aspiring rapper Christian Eppinger, who was already in jail, accused of shooting an Atlanta police officer 6 times in February. Unbelievable. These are the kind of people that that our young people look up to. It was not immediately known if Gunna, who was accused of conspiracy to violate the state's RICO Act, has been arrested. In April 2021, Young Thug and Gunna posted bail, get this now, for 30 low-level inmates who were unable to afford the cost themselves. But now, by low-level, I'm wondering what that means. If you mean low-level in the sense that their crimes were mediocre, and maybe misdemeanors, and you bail them out, or low level in the sense that they're low level on the criminal scale. You know what I mean? Low level in the sense that they don't have the money to pay for the bail. So you bailing out criminals, okay? Young Thug's record label has been called YSL Records or Young Stoner Life Records. The label refers to its artists as part of the Slime family. And so, which is interesting to me before I read any further in this, which is interesting to me because you saying that it says the label refers to its artists as part of the Slime family. So you mean to tell me that these people that are that are rapping on this artist, that are these artists that are rapping on in this label are part of this gang group that's associated with the Bloods? Is that what you're talking about? And a compilation album called Slime Language 2 hit number 1 on the charts in April 2021. Wow. Now, why did I talk about that? What was the point of me mentioning this young rapper? Like I said, I don't know anything about him. And as a matter of fact, I never heard his name in passing from anyone. I never heard anything about him. All I know is what this article states about him, but I'm going to assume that he's a modern gangster rapper or a modern hip hop artist. That's going to make that assumption. Correct me in the comment box below. Now, this video is not about attacking his character because I don't know nothing about his character. So why am I going to attack his character? Why am I going to even attack his music? I don't know anything about his lyrics. I don't know anything about the lyrics, but I will make the assumption, this is an assumption, that the lyrics aren't too edifying. I'm pretty sure, as I mentioned earlier in the introduction of this video, that he certainly isn't singing. I'm pretty sure he certainly isn't singing on the level that Will Smith was singing on when he first started rapping. I'm pretty sure he wasn't singing like the Fat Boys from the 1980s. Okay. So, but having said all that, my point I wanted to make simply is this, is that these are the artists that our young people look up to, and particularly young black people look up to. Whatever happened, and I'm giving my opinion, whatever happened to aspiring to be a doctor, a lawyer, a business an entrepreneur, an artist, you know, and what I mean by artist, I'm not talking about rapping. I'm talking about let me be more descriptive. A filmmaker, okay, you know, a musician. Whatever. Why not try some of these other areas? What seems to be promoted among our young people all over this country, and young black people in particular, is the hip hop industry. Rap. Everywhere I look, I always hear this all the time. Young people wanting to be rappers. Now listen, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a rapper. I believe, as I expressed with one of my coworkers the other day, that I think that takes great skill, and I personally believe it's a talent. It's a gifting to be able to make up these raps and be the best rapper that you can be. I believe that that's a gifting. It's a talent. Okay. That I don't believe just anybody can do it. Okay. However, the kind of rap music, if you want to call it that that seems to be pushed today more than anything is this gangster rap, or if you want to call it gangster rap or corrupt rap. I'll call it corrupt rap because the lyrics are corrupt. They promote violence, sex, F the police, and all this, and rebellion against authority. That's what it seems to be pushing. When I hear this kind of music in passing, when I'm doing my job at Tower City in downtown Cleveland, and I hear people in their cars, boom, 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 playing this kind of stuff, I can hear the lyrics, and the lyrics aren't good, in my opinion. They aren't edifying, and this is what our young people is being exposed to. And then people wonder why the young people act the way they act. They wonder why the young people are so rebellious against the police, so rebellious against their parents. Well, look at the stuff they're pumping in their brain. Someone made this comment years ago, and this is before I was politically involved in anything. This is back in the 90s. But I had enough sense to know that some of that music influences people's behaviors. And I was telling them, I said, you know what? I don't know how the conversation came up, but I told one of my coworkers at my former job back in the 90s, in the factory, I told her, I says, rap music has an influence. These kids imitate what they see. No, they don't do that. It's just music. Woo, 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 woo. And I says, okay. And for what I remember, I says, okay, well, give me an example. It's just music and that young people don't imitate what they hear and see. You have to be as blind as Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles put together to not believe that these young people, these teenagers, don't imitate either lyrically, either the lyrics or the dressing style or the actions to some extent of these rappers. You ain't going to get me to believe that. My eyes tells me that all the time. That individual was in denial, as a lot of people are in denial today. And this rapper, Young Thug or whatever he is, I mean, whatever, Young Thug is being arrested on these RICO charges. It's a bad image that's being promoted among our young people. And let me say this. The radical left loves to promote and push these kind of rappers, because these kind of rappers represent rebellion against what the radical left believes is an oppressive system. So therefore, the radical left is going to promote negative rappers with negative lyrics and violent undertones as much as they possibly can. Why? Because they believe that these rappers, as I said, are a representative of being in an oppressed system, and they're just crying out. They're expressing their anger and frustration at the oppressing system that they live in. Yet these rappers make millions of dollars, but they're oppressed. Just saying. Think about that. But this guy, Young Thug, if he's guilty of this, I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him. I get sick and tired of seeing this kind of stuff in our communities. Now, I was never into rap back in the 80s or whatever. About most I know is the Fat Boys and Run DMC, and I hardly listened to them. Okay? There was only one rap song that I really, really love, and I forget the name of the group. But it was like, it's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep them going under. I love that song, man. I love that song. But I forget who the group was. I saw the videos back in the late 70s. Love the song. It was real. It was real. It was rough, but it was real. Came from the heart. It wasn't trying to push violence or hating the police or hating authority. It was a real song. But that was about it. I really wasn't into hip hop then, and I'm certainly not into it now. So I'm not here to belittle it in any way per se. But what I am here to say is that there is a lot of this music in terms of the lyrics and so forth that is negative for our young people, and that the radical left loves to push this kind of attitude on our young people. They love to push these kind of artists on our young people. I feel, in my opinion, that we need to start getting back into trying to promote intellectual stimulating subjects to our young people. Get them to read some more. Get them to be more intellectually sound. Because at this point, far as I know, and far as I'm seeing, they're not. They lack knowledge. They lack the ability to think critically. They lack the ability to discern from right from wrong. Just saying. What do you guys think about this Young Thug guy? What do you think about this situation? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button. Share this video and subscribe. God bless you all and see you again.